All right, you guys, welcome to episode 4. This is going to be about using dog-proof traps. Definitely a very simple and easy tool to use as far as catching raccoons, and catch a lot of possums with it too usually. Anything with the dexterity in their hand can pull this trigger, but I use Duke only dog proofs, guys. I use the pull only simply because of the fact that a lot of my back roads got quite a few houses on them, and this almost completely eliminates the factor of catching someone's dog or anything like that. So I don't think I've shown you guys actually how I connect my Pogos to my trap, so I was gonna go ahead and just show you guys that. So I got this loop, my Pogo, I run it through my swivel right there, put my Pogo through here, and then I just pull it down and I fold this loop over like so, and bam. That's how I run them, guys. But this particular video is going to be about using dog proofs on dry land. Definitely one of my bread and butters. I absolutely love trapping raccoons on dry land because, you know, then they're dry. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this in the ground maybe. Oh yeah, there we go. We got some rain last night, guys, so they're going in the ground a lot better today. Thankfully, we needed some rain really bad. We could use a lot more than what we got, but without further ado, guys, I'm gonna get into this video here. So get the camera resituated and I'll get right back to you guys. All right, you guys, so this is kind of our makeshift raccoon trail that I've kind of been using. I used it in the last video for my step down for a leg hold on dry land, and I also used it for my blind set, but I'm gonna use the same one for a dog proof. Kind of give you guys a little background check here. There's really nothing in the area other than just grass, which is ideal for dog proofs, and I'll show you guys exactly why here in a little bit on why you want to make sure you're kind of in an open area. But for now, we're just going to set this sucker right here and I'm going to show you guys. So we're going to take our dog proof here, get that baby set. We got this, we're going to pretend that this is the trail right here coming through. And I just take this dog proof right in the middle of the trail, right there, guys, just like that. And that's how I do them. Just like that, right in the smack dab middle of the trail. There's no way a coon's gonna be able to walk by there without even running into it or anything. So he's got to at least think about it. They definitely walk by dog proofs, guys. I by no means think that I catch everything. They're not always hungry, but I don't even want to get into the bait or lure argument. I used cat food and some pure anise mixed together. That's what I use in all my dog proofs. Works great for me, but if you guys have something that you like to use, just keep using it. Whatever works, just keep using it. I've used anything from cat food in these to carp. It all works, guys, as long as it's something that they're going to eat. But yeah, so this is how I just set up this trail. Depending on how good of a trail, I might set 2, but you want to make sure that your dog proofs are far enough apart, guys, if you're setting 2 in a trail, because almost every single time, if you get a coon in one of these suckers and there's another one close to it, it'll stick its hand right into another one. So anyways, guys, I'm gonna show you a couple more sets of the dog proof in a couple situations. We're gonna go to a culvert now. I'm gonna show you guys how to kind of set up the mouth of a culvert with a dog proof. So stay tuned, guys. We're gonna be heading down to a culvert here. All right, guys, so here we are. Found a culvert. This is actually a culvert by our barn here, a piece of property my dad owns. Love this spot, trap this spot every single year. Obviously not going to be trapping it right now, but I figured I'd use it to kind of show you guys how I trap culverts with dog proofs, because in my opinion, one of the best applications for a dog proof raccoon trap would be at the mouth of a culvert where they're not really narrowed down enough to put a blind set in or anything, but you can put a dog proof right there and they'll find it. As you guys can see, we got the culvert here, stuck on the grass. It's just this big mudded down area right here. I'll actually show you guys the trail they got going back in here. It's pretty nuts. If you guys can see, they're just weaving through there. They got a mud path going underneath this grass here. But this is a prime example of where I would set a dog proof. I'm gonna try and get this camera situated here, show you guys how I'd probably set this one up. So we got our culvert right there. One thing you really want to focus on around culverts is you want to make sure this particular culvert here is a good sized culvert. You don't really have to worry about it. But some of your smaller culverts, guys, you got to be careful where you put your trap because you don't want to get it too close. And I'll explain that here in a little bit. But basically how I'd set this one up, get my dog proof set here. Got our dog proof. They're kind of just going through here. There's tracks in the mud everywhere. There's a little trail kind of going up the side over there. I'd just take this dog proof right in the middle of this. I'd set it right there, probably have it staked off to the side over here just to keep them from getting some leverage on those springs on the lip of that culvert. But that's how I'd set that up, guys. I just throw a dog proof right in there, and that'd be good for a coon, if not more than one. I'd probably set a double here if I was trapping it right now. But yeah, guys, definitely one of the best applications for a dog proof, in my opinion, would be at these low spots where there's a culvert mouth here. So, and this is going to take me into another thing now that I want to talk to you guys about. So these dog proof traps, when a coon gets in this, snaps this off, gets in that trap, if he can get anywhere, say up in this culvert, say he can get up in this culvert and get it to where he's got these springs leveraged against this culvert, it's just going to take a little bit of pushing for him to compress those springs enough to get out. And that's why you guys got to be so careful when you're using these and where you set them. You don't want it too close to any trees or sticks or fence posts, because they'll get this chain wrapped around it and they'll get a little bit of compression on these springs here, guys. It really doesn't take much for them to be able to slip out of there. But yeah, just be careful what you're setting around. Make sure there's no way they're going to get tangled up in anything with it, because they can get it off their feet. I've had it happen several times, and it's never fun to go up and see an empty snapped off trap. So just be careful about that. And then another thing with culverts, guys, is this culvert's not the best for an example of this, but if you were to set say the ground's flush with this tube, and I had my trap, say, right here, and this tube's just, say, 8 inches diameter, 6 or 8 inches in diameter, and this coon, he can get this all the way back in there. I've actually had to play tug of war, if you will, with some of these raccoons, and it's actually happened to me one time only, because I learned my lesson after that time. But I had a coon, he was way back in there, small tube, big coon. I was pulling on it, trying to get him out, and the dog proof popped right off his foot and he was gone. And to say I was a little upset about that is an understatement. But yeah, guys, that's just kind of how I use dog proofs. Absolutely love them. Great trap. Definitely avoid entanglement with them though, because they can get them off their feet. They're not foolproof, guys. You can mess them up and they can get out of them. It's just a matter of time. If you use them enough, you're gonna have some get out. It's part of trapping. It is what it is. But anyways, guys, that kind of concludes my trapping with dog proofs on dry land. Our next episode will be about trapping raccoons in the water with dog proofs. So anyways, guys, I'll see y'all on the next one.